Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we break down the confusing world of corporate filing so you don't have to. Today we're diving into Bowen Acquisition Corp's latest report, and let's just say it is all about a little thing called extending the clock on their business deals. So imagine you have a deadline to buy something, but you need more time. That is pretty much what Bowen Acquisition is dealing with here. They are a special type of company called a Special Purpose Acquisition Company, or SPAC. Think of them as a shell company that raises money from investors with the sole purpose of buying another existing company. The catch is they usually have a set time limit to find that target company and make the deal happen. This report is in Form 8K, which is like a public announcement for really important events happening with a company that investors need to know about right away. And the big news here is about extending a deadline for their business combination. Back on the 12th of December 2025, Bowen Acquisition Corp held a meeting with their shareholders. The main goal of this meeting was to get approval to change their company rules, their articles of incorporation, to give themselves more time to find and buy another company. This extension proposal was all about pushing back the deadline. Basically, they wanted to extend the date by which they must finish their initial business deal. This could be a merger, an acquisition, or some other kind of business merger. Originally, they had until the 14th of December 2025 to get this done. But they're seeking to get permission to extend this date by up to 3D 1-month periods, which could push their deadline all the way to the 14th of June 2026. This is a common move for SPACs when they are struggling to find the right deal or need extra time to finalize negotiations. And it looks like the shareholders were on board. The voting numbers show a massive vote of 2,612,224 shares, with only 4,477 shares voting against and 0 abstentions or broken non votes on this crucial proposal. This clearly indicates that the majority of the company's owners are comfortable with them taking more time. Bowen Acquisition Corp is essentially buying time to try and make a deal work. They are currently working on satisfying the conditions for a proposed business combination with Shenzhen Biotechnology Company Limited. So, while the shareholders have approved the extension, the real work of actually closing a deal is still ongoing. This extension gives them breathing room to hopefully get that transaction finalized. It is also worth noting the different types of securities this company deals with. They have units, which are like bundles that include one ordinary share and one, right? Ordinary shares are like the common stock you'd think of. And then they have rights, which can give holders the chance to buy another share under certain conditions specifically related to completing the company's initial business combination. The report also highlights that Bowen Acquisition Corp is considered an emerging growth company. This means they can take advantage of certain flexibilities in reporting financial information. They've also elected not to use the extended transition period for new or revised financial accounting standards, which means they are sticking to the latest accounting rules. Their securities are traded on the Nasdaq Stock Market LLC. This includes their units, ordinary shares, and the rights we talked about earlier. Being listed on a major exchange like Nasdaq means they must adhere to strict reporting and governance rules. Now let's talk about the implications of this extension for a SPAC. Running out of time is a major problem. If they don't find a deal before their deadline, the money raised from investors has to be returned. This extension is a lifeline that avoids that outcome for now. However, it also means that investors continue to wait for a return on their investment. The longer a SPAC takes to find a deal, the more uncertainty there is. One key risk for any SPAC, including Bowen Acquisition, is that they might rush into a bad deal just to meet their deadline. That is why getting shareholder approval for extensions is so important. It shows that the company and its owners are focused on finding the right deal, not just any deal. The fact that they are still working on a combination with Shenzhen Biotechnology Company Limited suggests they believe this specific deal has potential. Looking at this from a Warren Buffett perspective, we want to see a company with a clear strategy and a management team that acts in the best interest of its shareholders. In this case, the strategy is clear. Find a good company to acquire. The management team has sought and received shareholder approval for more time, which is a positive sign that they are being transparent and allowing their owners to have a say. The real test, however, will be the success of the actual business combination itself. Can they buy a company that will be profitable and create long-term value? That is the million-dollar question that this filing doesn't answer yet. In summary, Bowen Acquisition Corp has successfully bought itself more time to complete a business combination. This is a crucial step for any SPAC, and the shareholder vote indicates confidence in the management's direction, at least for now. The focus now shifts to the negotiation and completion of their deal with Shenzhen Biotechnology Company Limited. The success of this combination will ultimately determine the value created for investors. It is a waiting game, but they've cleared an important hurdle. Alright, that is our breakdown of Bowen Acquisition Corp's latest filing. What is your take on these extensions and what they signal for the company's future? Do you think they'll find a good deal? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives into the corporate world. Don't forget to check out the Discord community linked in the description below for more in-depth discussions and to connect with fellow corporate nerds. Thanks for watching, see you next time.